¿Qué pasa, chicos? Hello, everybody. What day is it? Who knows? I don't even know what month it is. Hello. Hello. Good day, darlings. Good day. Why is it so fun to talk in accents? Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. There's so much choices of what we can listen to. I feel honored when any of you even pop into my live because, you know, your phone's got 101 things there that you could pay attention to. Hi, everybody. Hello. All right, before we start, I want everybody to do a check-in. So close your eyes. And I want you to scan your body with how you are feeling right now. And tell me in the comments, comment down here, let me know how you're feeling. I'm feeling a little wired because I had coffee pretty late in the day. I'm also feeling a little tired. How are you guys feeling? While you work on that, tired, calm, sore. Isn't it funny how we can move through our whole days without checking in with like how we're actually feeling? Mellow and content. Nice. Restless. Emotions are our greatest teachers. I'm sorry to hear that. So all of our emotions, thank you everybody, all of our emotions are our greatest teachers, and the worst thing that we do is run away from them. I think that somatically it's been told and proved that we can move through an emotion in 7 minutes. We can truly, if we like, sit with an emotion, move through it in 7 minutes. And I think that we spend our whole life running away from emotions that are not friendly. And it's really important to like embrace them and be in them, and good to check in with like, how am I actually feeling in my body? Go drink some water. I'm here because I want to talk a bit about the fact that wellness is a choice. And interestingly enough, my women's group program and I'm going through applications. I actually have a bunch to review that I haven't yet for my next women's group, which I'm actually just calling Your Wellness is Your Business. And one of the things that I realized when I was in Crete was that I was always like, I'm too busy to have a relationship. I'm too busy to have a kid. That'll happen later. I'm too busy to write the book about finding my father in India. And when I was there, I became acutely aware with my concussion and when I wasn't allowed to do anything that like busy is a choice. And everything in our life is a choice. And choosing to prioritize wellness is also a choice. And wellness comes out in many different ways. Wellness comes out in boundaries that we have with ourselves and with other people. I'm talking about boundaries with checking your emails at 2 a.m. I'm talking about boundaries with supporting somebody when you're really burnt out. I'm talking about boundaries with yourself when you need to take a nap and you're tired and not going to like drink another coffee, listening to your body. Boundaries with clients, you know, when someone's paid you for an hour and it starts to slowly creep over and you don't say anything because of XYZ. A boundary saying, hey, we're at time. Boundaries, my best metaphor of boundaries is like, you know, when you're peeing in a public bathroom and all of a sudden someone jangles the door and there's like this little moment of panic where you're like, oh my God, did I lock the door? And that feeling of relief when you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I locked the door. That motherfucker ain't coming in. That's boundaries. Boundaries is having the presence to choose ourselves. And as women, I think that we're taught very often to nurture this world and to be polite and nice and kind. And like, boundaries aren't always polite or nice or kind. And I think that no matter man or woman, we need to choose ourselves. It's a huge piece of everything. But yeah, my current women's group that I'm in, and that's why I'm here to talk about a big piece of the biggest piece is that like, business problems are personal problems, babies. You're not making money. You're not getting traction with your product, whatever it is. Your asshole, your clients are dicks, you're having issues. All of that is a reflection of your world, your inner world, what's going on inside of you, what you're allowing, what you're saying no to. Money is energy. Gay Hendricks is really amazing, and he talks a lot about how we have these upper limit problems where we get in our way because we don't believe that we're worthy of, money, abundance, success, the perfect relationship, the whatever it is. It's like we don't believe that we can have all of that. And so we get in our way. And I work with people to get themselves out of their way. And in my women's group, there is a lot of focus on the emotional, spiritual, physical body, like being able to look at all of those parts of us. What's our physical self-care? That goes back to like, am I drinking enough water? Am I eating? Am I sleeping enough? Am I relying on stimulants too much? Am I burnt out? Do I need a vacation? Do I need a nap? Do I need more boundaries? How's my schedule? Am I scheduling any time for myself? Am I scheduling my weekends full and never having a moment to myself? Am I having a good balance between my work and my business relationships and my personal relationships? And I also look at our emotional body. It's like, what are my limiting beliefs getting in the way of me saying yes to abundance, success, and love all existing in my house at the same fucking time? Where did I learn those from? Me too, baby. We all need naps. Spiritual body. How connected am I to source and spirit to know what my life's work is? Am I aware of what I'm in alignment with? And what is my why? You're allowed to change your services. You're allowed to change how you offer what you give to this world. My why is to empower people to live their truths and be authentic. I do that in many ways. I do it through writing, coaching, films, product, speaking, retreats. All of those are the way for me to express my why. And when we get really rigid in our business of like, this is my, as Gay says, zone of excellence. This is where I exist. This is where I make money. It's like, what's our zone of genius? Are we allowing ourselves to branch out and actually expand into all of who we are, or are we just playing it safe? And, are we burnt out and fatigued because we're bored of our work and we haven't evolved and allowed that expansion? What's this? Mental, like, what are our thoughts? What are all of that is huge. So I go through all those different bodies. Part of the program is I work with people on their emotional relationship with money. Part of the program is looking at mother and father wounds. There's all sorts of things. And the biggest thing about this program, which is amazing, is it's for your business to thrive, but it starts with you. And how we do one thing, I don't even know what a mastermind is. It's a group coaching program for women entrepreneurs, business owners, women who want to connect with one another, prioritize their wellness, choose themselves, run more efficient, relax more, trust more, surrender more, feel more confident in setting boundaries, all sorts of things. So it's a woman's only. I did try to do a men's group a while ago, but this is for female entrepreneurs who are wanting a community of women to sit with and be supported both professionally and personally, because to be supported professionally, we need to support ourselves personally. It all starts with our wellness and then branches out from there. Whenever I have a breakdown and think that I'm having business problems, they are always personal problems that I've neglected for too long that are now coming out in my business. I should put the link for this. I should put the link in here. It's in my bio if you're wanting to look. It's called Your Wellness is Your Business, and it's feedback from everyone. So I lead the group. But that being said, there is sharing, And within that, and yeah, people make comments. We also have a Facebook community that's closed to the 10 women. It's a small group that are in the group, and they communicate with each other there. So yes, people do give feedback, but it's also a safe place to learn from and hear other people's process, because so much of the human experience is the same. So much of it is applicable. So much of it, like, so someone's telling you their experience last 3 weeks and you're like, yes, I'm having the exact. So our business problems are personal problems. We need support personally and professionally. I used to think that personal development was for depressed people. I was like, hell no, I'm not going. I'm not depressed. And it's not. We are constantly evolving as beings and changing and growing. And like, that's a little bit uncomfortable. And sometimes we need to be held and supported. So I created this program to have a balance of, hi, Ivan, to have a balance of that left brain with that right brain. Like in the program, I show you my schedule. I don't start my calls until 1 p.m. I have certain slots that people are available. If those slots don't work, they can actually book me next week. And I've learned how to have boundaries in my business after not having boundaries. And one of the key moments where I learned that being available all the time in my business wasn't loving was when, in the first probably year of having my business, where I was still pretty new, I had a job offer from like Vogue and Clinique to be a speaker at a bunch of events. It was like, it was like epic price tag. The offer was like more than I'd made in a year, and I needed a visa to go to the States. And there was like this time frame, and I remember I stayed up cramming. I was like visiting friends somewhere, and I stayed up cramming and like not sleeping, and I didn't spend any time with my friends to try and get this visa. And it ended up falling through. And then later I learned that like brands that really respect you, or people that really respect you and want to work with you, they're not going to expect you to fucking reply to emails at 3 a.m. or be available, because they understand that like they'll be respecting themselves. They'll be respecting their wellness. They're not going to expect that from you. And it becomes this like dysfunctional thing when we're constantly too available. And so now my new thing is that like, and really for like people that approach me and want me to work with them, it's like it needs to be 6 months or a year in advance. Next year I'm booked in 2 different countries, and I'm in negotiations for a 4-month to be in a documentary for 4 months traveling. It's like my 2020 is booked. So it's like people that respect you are giving you enough time, and they get that. So my whole thing is that if Oprah calls or she emails me on a Friday, she can wait till Monday till I get back to her. I don't care who somebody is. And that's the beautiful part about like when you start to prioritize your wellness, you realize that like no one's going to get you anywhere or give you anything. This whole thing of like, I need other people around me to get me to my thing. It's like we have that inside of ourselves. We are the big break. Nothing is the big break. And when you can rest into your power and the fact that like you are worthy and you are important and you are offering something incredibly valuable in this world, you don't need to be available all the time. You can actually charge what you want to charge for your services. You can respect yourself. You can say, sorry, I have a non-refundable policy. You can't cancel 6 hours before our call. You're going to need to pay for another session. Sometimes I have clients who bail on consultations, and I'll write them back and say, listen, this wasn't an emergency. You weren't in the hospital. No one was in the hospital. And unfortunately, this is my cancellation policy, and it was clearly lined out. So I'm totally open to meeting you again, but you actually need to pay for another consultation. A lot of clients get it, and they're like, whoa, shit, she's challenged. Like, we haven't started coaching each other, and I'm being challenged, and they'll pay for another consultation. So it's like, how are you disrespecting yourself? How can you be a teacher? I'm a teacher for other people when I respect myself, and so will you. You're not doing a disservice. You're actually enabling people's non-growth when you don't stick up for yourself and your boundaries in your business. So if you enjoyed this rant and you are a woman, I would love to read your application. I'm going to go get some food and then later review some more applications tonight. The enrollment is ending on the 10th. It's called Your Wellness is Your Business. I am only taking 10 women for this. I don't know if I'm doing it again. If you guys haven't noticed, I change what I'm offering all of the time. I did like a 6-week coaching program recently, and I did like little 30-minute calls, and like it wasn't enough time. So I'm not doing that ever again. I'm changing it. So if you feel called to be part of a community of women who are choosing themselves and doing their work, which is invaluable. There's over 20 hours of group coaching with me over the course of 4 months. You get a one-on-one call, you get a Facebook community, there's homework, there's books, there's podcasts, there's all sorts of things to do in between calls. This is the most value for you of anything that I've ever offered as a coach. It's like jam-packed. And I'm getting experience right now in what I might later turn into a program. So if you want to be part of an interactive group where I'm teaching the things now, this is your chance. So thank you for tuning in. Choose yourself in some way today. Choose to take a nap. Choose to, turn your internet, or who is Susie Batiste says that she turns her internet, her Wi-Fi actually goes off at 10 p.m. every night and starts up at 6 a.m. Like it's just like it's not available. I thought that was so cool. So honor yourself, honor your boundaries, choose yourself. Remember that we get to teach other people how to love themselves when we honestly honor and love ourselves the way that we want. We want to be loved. It's our job to know ourselves and our needs. So thanks for tuning in. Again, there's lots to hear and say and listen to, and grateful that you guys are here. Have a beautiful rest of your afternoon.